Hello. This would be Tommy the Tumor Part 10 if you're taking notes. Okay. Tommy the Tumor 9 was all about victory. It was all about, oh my gosh, I had this supernatural encounter with God and I'm getting me a miracle. And I was convinced that this thing happened because it was beyond my comprehension. I had no idea that God could show up in such a way. And I was convinced I was going to wake up that next morning. My tummy was going to be flat. My skin was going to be all pink and my cheeks were going to be chubby again. And I was going to go about my life as if none of the previous year had happened. Didn't happen. I would doze off and literally I would wake up and go, is it gone? Nope, still there. Doze off for a little bit. Is it gone? Nope, still there. I would think, oh, this is going to be such a big miracle. I'm probably going to have to go on probably Christian TV and tell the story. I was so convinced it was just going to go poof, and it was gone. I wake up Monday, no poof, but I was still in my faith boat. I was on such a high. I was like, my faith, we're going down the river and I'm in my faith boat. Nothing can scare me. I'm looking out thinking, ooh, there's some scary stuff out there. Water's deep. There are sea creatures. It could be bad if I ever fell out of this boat. I could drown. I could die. Nope. In the faith boat. Nothing can touch me in my faith boat. In my boat was peace, confidence, trust. I had this thing going. Until Tuesday morning. I found out there was something that can attack you when you're in your faith boat, and that is a storm. I woke up to my phone ringing. Hello? Yeah, this is Dr. Rowland's nurse, and we would just like to get you set up. Your surgery is scheduled for Thursday, and so we need to let you know we don't want you to eat after such and such time, and don't wear any jewelry to surgery, and all those pre-surgery things that they need to tell you. And all of a sudden, the wind picked up. The clouds were rolling in. I immediately went into full-out panic. Here's why. I had no control over the storm. All of a sudden, my little faith boat wasn't enough to protect me from the elements. She's giving me all of these things. It's becoming real to me now. Oh my God, they're going to have to do a surgery. There is legitimately a tumor in my body. Oh my gosh. So while she's talking to me and I'm trying to hold it together, my phone is just blowing up. Ding, voicemail, ding, voicemail. And I'm talking to her. I go, I'm getting like multiple calls from St. Luke's, and she goes, oh yeah, every department has something that you need to do. And so, yeah, they're going to have to schedule their stuff too. And so we'll see you on Thursday. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So it wasn't just one giant wind and a cloud came through. It was a full out, it was a storm, and it was settling in. I'm starting to take these calls. Yeah, this is the cardiovascular unit, and we need you to come in for an EKG. That sounds scary. Yeah, this is the sonogram department, and we need you to come in, and we're going to check your veins to make sure you don't have any blood clots. This is sounding really scary. The wind was howling in my spiritual storm. We need you to come to the lab. And here's the thing. They were all saying, we need you here within the hour. Well, I'm over an hour away, and I haven't even brushed my teeth yet, and this is what my hair, I was like, morning? And so I was like, I can't make it there on time, and I was unable to drive. At that point, I literally could not fit between me and the steering wheel. I couldn't drive. And so wherever, I couldn't go anywhere anyway, but Rodney would have to drive me to get to the hospital. And so I called and I said, look, I called Rodney. I go, I can't do it. I can't do it. First of all, I am freaking out, and logistically, I can't do it. And Rodney goes, look, the whole family has now taken time off. Our son and his family was coming back for the surgery. He said, I'd really like you to consider making it happen. But if you can't, I understand. I go, Rodney, I just don't think I can. I've fallen completely out of my faith boat. I have no peace right now. The storm is overwhelming me. I'm being very vulnerable here because I don't like this part of the story. But I need you to know the story, because if you're going through a storm, I want you to know I get it. It's scary. So back to the story. I called the doctor's office. I said, let me talk to the nurse. I get her on the phone. I said, look, I can't do this. I said, when the doctor scheduled it, she said she was going to do it this week because she was going on vacation. I would like to schedule it for when she comes back. And she said, well, are you sure? And I said, I'm positive. I can't logistically get everything done. I don't have enough time to get everything done. And I don't have any peace. And she goes, okay, we'll reschedule then. We'll get back to you with a date. I said, okay. Okay. Climbing back in the boat. I'm like hanging on the edge. I'm all soaking wet. I've got seaweed hanging from one ear. And I'm like, okay, I'm not dead yet. I'm starting to climb back in, and she calls me back. Hey, this is the nurse. And I'm like, She goes, hold on. Dr. Rowland wants to talk to you. It's not good when your doctor calls you personally. Now you know you're in trouble. Hey, Stacy, this is Dr. Rowland. What's going on? They said you want to cancel. I said, I can't get everything done. There's just no way. And she goes, well, I'll tell you what. Your surgery is scheduled for 9. We're going to move it back to 10. I want you to be down here by about 6:30. We'll do all the testing before, and we'll have enough time to get the results in, and I can still do your surgery. And I'm like, well, first of all, thank you so much for being so kind. And wait a minute, I don't want to do this. I wanted you to say it's fine. And she said, look, your heart rate is running 140 beats a minute, and your back is so curved because of the pressure of the mass. It's affecting your other organs. I don't want to wait that long. I really want you to come down and do this surgery. And I said, I kind of broke. And I said, but I've fallen out of my faith boat. And she goes, tell me what you mean. I said, I had peace. I had joy. And I said, right now I'm just anxious and I'm scared and I can't do it. And you know what she said? I've got you. I'm not going to let you drown. I will hold your hand. You are not going to fall out of the boat. You have to trust me. I tell you, God ordained and directed my steps and got me the exact doctor to help me stay in my boat and not drown. What a story. So I called Rodney back, game back on, game off, game on. And we went on with the surgery. Story for another day. So today's lesson is, just like the disciples were in the boat and the storm came and they were like, oh my God, we're going to drown. I literally thought, I'm drowning. Not physically drowning, but you know what I mean? Spiritually, I was done. I was going down. And guess what? When I hung up from her, I said, God, I need your peace. I need your peace. I can't go on without your peace. I legitimately can't. This thing is too much for me. It is too scary. And guess what? He spoke to the storm and said, peace, be still. He used the doctor to speak peace, but even more so after that, as I continued to pray throughout that day, whenever things would get scary and I would feel that wind starting to press against me again, I would say, peace, I receive your peace. And guess what? From that point on, I was never afraid again. It was so supernatural. I'm not joking. Even when I was being wheeled into surgery, I was singing along to the song overhead in the surgery room. It was Madonna. But yeah, I just had peace because I knew that I knew that I knew. I had met God on Sunday. He knew what was happening. My tummy didn't just deflate like I wanted, but I had a supernatural peace that brought me through. So I want you to know today, you may be in some waters that is choppy and full of giant monsters under the sea, but he can speak to your storm and give you peace in it. So let me encourage you by saying, he spoke peace to me. Oh, seriously, I couldn't have went through it without it. So today, peace be still, I say to you. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. We're getting close to the finish line. Love you guys.